And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on to the playing field of the last regular season game of 2023, your Westlake High School Demon Varsity Football Team.
Got locked up on the roof. Well, EC's going to run on the left-hand side. They're going to get all the way to the 50-yard line.
Well, that's Connor Peters, the wide receiver defensive back, as he's they're Elyria Catholic guys, and he gets set up to the 50, gives EC some good field position. Now, last week the quarterback was Brady Engel. It's unclear if he will start this week. Quarterback Garcia was out with an injury last week against Fairview.
1st and 10, Elyria Catholic.
Panthers will set up shot from their own 50-yard line.
Actually, Panthers are actually going to set up on Westlake's own 47-yard line.
They give him 40 progress.
So, let me see if I can find who's over in the QB. Shea Williams looks like it's their QB. Or never mind. It's a trick play. It's going to be handed off the flick to number 16, Connor Petras. However, it's actually
Connor Petras with the carry for
Brady Engel.
Brady Engel, yep, their backup quarterback. So Elyria Catholic's going to have to rely a lot on the run. Last week, they only had 48 yards on 10 completions from Engel. So Hector Garcia will be very much missed as far as the passing game is concerned. Now, you will see Petras and Collins in the backfield. It's going to be kind of a revolving door for this Panthers offense. They try to get something going here on the first drive of the game.
It's going to be another flick to not Petras. It's number 28. Anthony Martinez.
Yeah, Anthony De Martinez, one of the many players that you will see in the backfield. But great job there by Musa, reading that like an open book and tackling De Martinez for little to no gain on that play, as EC will face a third down and short.
Do you know what EC records is?
Yeah, Elyria Catholic is 3-6 coming into today. Last game was a W at Fairview, 21-6. We go now, third down.
3rd and 7 with 10:49 left.
And 7, not as short as I thought it was.
Nope. I didn't make it sound like it either. And that's going to be a flag on the play, and it should be called on the offense. False start.
Yep, it's going to be a false start, so that's going to back up now. And what Elyria Catholic wants to avoid here, and what they've kind of struggled to early on, is the 3rd and long situation. With Engel at quarterback, he's not really the best passer, or hasn't really proven himself to be a very accurate passer. Only had 10 completions last week for 48 yards against Fairview. This is an obvious passing down. Don't be surprised if Westlake goes right back after him here.
Timeout Westlake. Earliest timeout that we've seen.
Yep, it is. So here's the lay of the land now as far as playoffs are concerned. Top 8 teams host. Now, Westlake, all they got to do is they got to win today. They got to win today, and they will most likely be hosting a playoff game for the first time in, like I said, 11 years when they hosted Madison High School, losing that game 10-7 in overtime. Elyria Catholic, it's a bit different. They got to win just to get into the playoffs. They are 3-6, so if they're 4-6, they will get into the playoffs, but they'll have to go on the road to face the number 1 team in Division 4. To take a look at Elyria Catholic's schedule, their biggest loss this season was a 62-to-2 decision against the Sandusky Pirates. That's the same Perkins team that's given Rocky River their one and only loss of the season. Third and 12, I think it is.
Yep, 3rd and 12. Passing play intended for number 7, Mason Haleburton, but just thrown right over his head.
by
Yeah,
Brady
Halliburton,
Engel.
the guy that one of their really go-to receivers,
Fourth
him and
and
Peach
12 now for
probably their
Elyria
top two
Catholic.
receivers if you're Elyria Catholic to watch out for. But good job there by Westlake forcing the overthrow, and after the good return, Elyria Catholic going backwards, 4th down and 12. And I would assume we have Bercelli and Rummel back deep, but
We actually only have Rummel back deep.
Cooper Rummel.
Cooper Rummel wants to play football at college, although he's undecided where to go.
Well, that punt was made by 97 Jaw Paul Spray, one of the 3 kickers and punters they have.
Here comes the Westlake offense. Same offense that put 54 points up on the board and a dramatic come from behind 54-49 win at arch rival North Olmsted, dropping the Eagles to 2-7 in the year. That's why Westlake's in the position where they are now. Being able to host a playoff game if they win tonight was because of the win last week.
Westlake starting on the 16-yard line, first and 10.
Chase Kelly for a deep touchdown pass as well as 2 rushing touchdowns. And Matt Porcelli had, I believe I counted 4 touchdowns on the ground last week. He needs 73 more yards to get over 1,000.
Well,
to 1,000, I should say.
The ball is going to be spotted on the Westlake's own 16-yard line. St. Sherry's in the back. We're going to do 3 out wide. However, will be a handoff to number 34, Porcelli. And he'll get a gain of a couple yards.
Second down for the Demons.
3 yards.
3 yards. Okay, and that's all right. 3 yards to start off a game, first down, on the first play of the game. You want to wear this Elyria Catholic defense out. That's what's really been their problem, especially a few weeks ago at Bay Village, with the WEOL game of the week on that game. Elyria Catholic was actually winning that game going into halftime, but gave up 16 unanswered points on the ground to Bay High.
Sam's going to, again, hand it off to Porcelli, but he's going to try to run up the middle, and there will be no gainage.
Who got him, you know?
I did not see.
Okay. Well, the EC defensive line, very, very disciplined up front, very good defensive line, able to hold their own when it comes to the running attack, as you saw there. Porcelli had nowhere to go, and Sam Brashiri and the rest of the Demons will be faced with 3rd down and 7.
Because I can't see. Well, there was a flag down the play, and it's called on the offense for holding.
Yep, so it's going to be 2nd down and 17. That's what Westlake's really struggled with. The holding penalties have kind of been thorn on their side, if you will. This
2nd and 17 now for the Demons.
2nd down and 17 ball club. Now, Brashiri, see what they call here. Maybe a short underneath.
2nd and 17. Not looking good for the Demons.
Try to get some of that penalty yardage back. You don't have to get it all in one play.
Well, it's going to be thrown into the middle, and it will be received. But however, they will be swarmed by the EC Panthers. It's still going to be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, and that was a safe throw by Brashiri. He knew he had to get rid of it quickly, being backed up against his own goal line. Had to get some of the yardage back. He got a nice 6-yard gain on that pass. See if that helps his confidence out this game. Westlake were losers last year at Elyria Catholic. That game was also on WEOL, which is Lorain County's radio station.
Oh, Sam Sherry's going to get sacked in the back.
Demons sacked.
He's sacked by number 24, Timmy Phillips.
Timmy Phillips, one of their main defensive linemen, who's wreaking havoc all year long. That's certainly not changing today. Great job getting pressure on Brashiri and forcing him down to the ground. Westlake will be forced to punt.
Looks like Sam Sherry will be the punter for this. And a good punt, if that. We take him all the way back to the 50-yard line. More exactly, the 47-yard line of EC.
Just inside the 50-yard line for the second start for Elyria Catholic.
47-yard line.
1st and 10.
This Elyria Catholic team, like I said, 3-6, but they've got a lot of close games. The second half against Midview, they dominated that second half. Problem was they were down 21-0, ended up losing 21-14. At Bay Village, they were up 10-7 at halftime and ended up giving up 16 unanswered in the second half. So, I mean, if you turn a couple of those games around, they could easily be 5-4, 6-3 themselves. So, don't take this team lightly just because of their record. Hey, Brogan, you want to switch spots now?
And like after this drive, it's gonna be a pass, number 11, and Malik Musla is the one that can tie him up. Number 11 being Xavier Castillo.
Yep, one of the Castillo family members, Zion Castillo, also plays on this team. There's a short pass there, trying to get something going. Let's see how much they gave him there. What would you say?
Second and 7. Engel's gonna keep it for himself. And he's going to try and toss it number 28, Anthony Martinez, and he's going to be bobbling it. And it will be a fumble recovered. Malik was the one to go after him, but I do not know who recovered the ball.
Well, either way, I mean, kind of a broken play. Kind of an option a play you'd see on the opposite play. Something you'd see on more of a read option. That was a busted play because Engel probably had better off keeping it himself. He pitched it at the last moment to DeMartinez. I don't think DeMartinez was ready for it. So Westlake's going to take over with fantastic field position.
Yeah, they're going to be spotted at EC's own 43-yard line.
I do a deep shot right here.
Well, they do have 4 out wide, but they still will hand it off to Porcelli, who's going to try and run on the left-hand side, and he'll be stopper number 5, J.J. Metzinger, but he will get the first down and more.
Well, Porcelli, that's the things that he does. Right on the left side of the offensive line, found a crease and made the most of it. Getting a deep first down inside the 35-yard line. Let's see where they mark him down at, but a great game by Porcelli.
26. Looks like they are going to spot him down on EC's own 27. Or EC's 27.
30-yard line, so about a gain of 16 yards.
They're going to do 3 out this one. However, it's still going to be another hand off to Porcelli. He's going to break through the line and scrambling to get the first down, but does he get it?
Well, great running.
And he does get the first down.
Yeah, great running effort by Porcelli. The offensive line just overpowered that EC defensive front, allowing Porcelli with the space he needed, getting inside the 20-yard line and getting a first down for Westlake as they're inside the Elyria Catholic red zone. Liberty Benson Perkins from Sandusky and Bay from Bay.
Well, I kind of just missed what happened. I was helping out somebody. But it's still 2nd and 10. So we're going to do 5 out wide this time. Sam Sherry is going to be in the back by himself. Sam's going to be looking. He will be sacked by number 24, Timmy Phillips again.
That's his second sack of the game. Timmy Phillips throughout this offensive line, and Bruce Sheary had no time. Once he took the snap, he was having a guy in his face early and often. And that's really key if you're the Elyria Catholic. Make Bruce Sheary uncomfortable early. That'll cause him to throw the ball quicker than he has to, which could cause some mistakes on his part. So great job by Elyria Catholic getting through that offensive line, allowing Bruce Sheary no time to set up, let alone throw the ball. And Westlake's got 3rd and long.
Well, it's going to be another pass play. Sam's going to be looking. He's going to take it for himself. And he'll be taken down. He'll still get a gain a couple of yards. Ball's going to be 4th and 15. Or 4th and 7, it looks. Maybe. Yeah, 4th and 7.
4th and 7, and Brasheari's had no time in the pocket. The offensive line's having some great trouble with this EC front 7, allowing them to go through basically untouched. So that's something that the Coach Lyle is going to really have to get worked on if they want to establish any sort of passing game as this game goes on.
Well, Sean Evilsizer just kicked a field goal all the way from the 15-yard line.
So a chip shot there for Sean Eagle Sizer as Westlake Demons will take a 3-0 lead.
Nice kick by Sean Abelsizer.
Westlake was able to get it inside around the 15-yard line, but no further as they had to settle for 3. Even so, it's still a point for the Demons. The green and white are up 3-0. All right, so you want to switch spots now?
Yeah, right now. Well, it's going to go right to number 16, Connor Petrus, just as you said. You're going to try and run for it, but he will be sworn by the Demons, but heading the stop is going to be number 23, Gianni Wright.
Yeah, Gianni Wright in his last home regular season game, as it is for many.
By Gianni Wright.
Exact. Great pursuit
Along with the help of
there by
defense.
their great pursuit by a bunch of Westlake Demons. Were able to close in and tackle Petrus for minimum return. So it'll be interesting to see. This is Elyria Catholic's first worst starting field position that they've had. Only 3 possessions in. They've kind of struggled to move the ball as it is. So it'll be interesting to see what they do now.
Yeah, ball's going to be spotted on their own 24-yard line.
Their own 24, so.
And they are coming from south to north. They're going to do 3 out wide. Engel's going to be looking. He's going to find number 12. Teddy, yes. And he'll get a gain of 6 yards.
One of the many receivers that Elyria loves to use, as well as the Castillo brothers, or Castillo relatives, don't know if they're brothers or not, Rollins and Mason Halliburton, who's one of their leading receivers going into this game. So look for more of those short passes, kind of get speed and space. Get these guys to space and try to let them run.
Well, they're going to do 2 on the left-hand side. But Engel's going to hand it off to number 35, Graydon Rollins, and they will indeed get the first down.
Graydon Rollins is kind of what Matt Cortelli is for Westlake. He's a very big with the tackle for the Demons. He work for every tackle that you can get on him, and usually falls forward. So he's able to get that forward progress, like you saw right there, giving Elyria Catholic a 1st and 10.
Two out wide. Petrus and Rollins are going to be in the back. However, he will hand it off to number 28, Anthony Martinez. Sorry. He's going to try it on the right-hand side, but he'll get minimum gain of just 1 to 2 yards.
Yeah, and that's good for Westlake. It's very important that they stop this offensive line and running attack for Elyria Catholic, because that's how Elyria Catholic really makes their hands, especially with being without Hector Garcia, who it was unfortunate to see go down a couple weeks ago. So Westlake's really going to have to force Elyria Catholic to try to beat him through the air with Brady Engel.
Handoff to number 11, Xavier Castillo. You're going to try and run on the Demons sideline. He'll get a gainage of 3 yards, and Chris Campbell's going to be the one to stop him.
Yeah, Campbell Key Jr. on the defensive line there, getting another 3-yard gain. And if you're Elyria Catholic, this is a big 3rd down, because you got a 1st down earlier on this drive. You want to get something moving here on offense, because they've struggled a little bit on offense. So try to string a couple 1st downs together. Try to grow some confidence.
Well, Engel's going to be sacked in the back, and it's going to be fumble. Andrew Palco's going to be the one to recover it, and he'll get all the way to the EC's own 6-yard line.
Well, if you're Westlake, that's exactly what you want. Andrew Palco there still causing that fumble and recovering it, going to get all the way inside Elyria Catholic territory. Where do you say they marked?
I believe they're going to mark it at the 6-yard line. Or actually, sorry, 8-yard line.
Yeah, so Westlake's going to get first
First and 10 Demons.
at the Elyria Catholic 8-yard.
On the 8-yard line.
What a crazy play, Alan.
Well, it was certainly something. Paco did a great job of getting his hand in there, knocking the ball free from Engel's hands, and recovering it. Westlake defense did a good job of pouncing on that one and taking it inside the 10-yard line.
They're going to do 3 out wide. Porcelli's going to be in the back. Hand off to Porcelli, and Porcelli's going to run it right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, that was all too easy for Mr. Matt Porcelli, 8-yard.
Matt Porcelli with a touchdown rush.
Run to his resume. That'll look good for college, my friend.
On the board for the Demons.
With a little less than 2:15 left to go in this first quarter, Westlake off to a great start here on senior night. That senior offensive line, too, led by their anchors, Mo Assad
And Mo Mustafa.
Mustafa. Yep, those are the guys paving the way for Porcelli. Certainly going to be thanking them right there.
Arms are up. It's good. 10 on the board for the Demons.
Good, and we have a 10-0 Westlake Demons lead.
2:10 left in the first quarter. Demons 10, Elyria Catholic 0 here at UH St. John Stadium. Senior night.
This Westlake senior night, actually, it's going to be.
How many seniors do we have in the crowd? Make some noise, seniors.
So final home game for me at Westlake High School.
Maybe.
Well, no, I'll be up in Michigan.
Oh, that's boring, Alan.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But it's, you know,
Just go ahead, Alan.
well, anyway, final home game for me. And it's certainly, if you're a Westlake fan, starting out the way you want it. Had a good field goal on the first drive, able to strip sack Brady Engel on the second drive, able to get it inside the 10-yard line and getting it into the end zone. So 10-0 Westlake at Elyria Catholic. If you're them, you got to take it one play at a time. It's far from over. It's 10-0 in the first quarter. We've seen things happen before. It's a very resilient ball club. So
Eagle Sizer with the kickoff for the Demons.
Petrus and Halliburton are going to be in the back. It's going to be a weird swivel kick, however, and it's going to be off the foot of one of the offensive players, but number 24 is going to recover it, Timmy Phillips.
Phillips recovered that there. So kind of a, squib kick there, a little bit interesting. I get why they want to keep it away from Petrus and Halliburton, two of the fastest guys on ECU's team. So I get why they did that, but Elyria Catholic trying to get something going here. Fourth possession of the game, only had one first down through their first 4 drives. Engel has really struggled through the air, got strip sacked, and the majority of his passes have been quick underneath route. Something I think they need to keep doing to keep a 5-6 yard gain a pop on those pass plays.
Well, Engel's going to be looking for a pass. It's going to be found by number 7, Halliburton, and they'll get a gain of 5 yards.
Well, there you go again. Just another easy pass play, kind of a West Coast style passing offense that Elyria Catholic is deploying here. Just short, easy completions. Try to get Engels into this game as we have 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Gain of 5 there.
At the end of the first quarter, we're going to be kicking for chicken.
Yards. That's going to be a first down. So nice play there by Elyria Catholic.
Don't want to
After
miss
the
that
sack
on the
play, you
field.
got to get Engels' confidence
Between
back
the
up.
first and second quarter.
And I think that's the way to do it. Get
Back
it to
to
your
play
go-to
action.
guys. See what they can do.
Second and 6. Engel's again going to be looking. He's going to find number 28 completely wide open in the middle. He's going to try and run on the Demons' sideline, but Caden Cole will catch him, and he will be taken down around the Demons' own 12-yard line. That run was by number 28, Anthony Martinez.
A great play when Westlake or Elyria Catholic needed it most. A nice little toss play in the middle of the field. D. Martinez was wide open for miles as he got it inside the 15-yard line to the 12, and that's really been Westlake's problem. Stopping plays in the middle of the field. They had trouble against that last week against North Olmsted. Have had trouble with that periodically throughout the season. Not able to wrap up there, and that came back to bite them in a big way.
Hand off to Anthony D. Martinez.
Gets the ball.
Advancing Elyria Catholic.
Quite a substantial amount.
Yeah.
Second and 4. Well, Engel's going to hand off to number 35, Rollins. But again, he'll get a gain of 2-3 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yeah. Well, so Braden Rollins, the running back, also plays outside linebacker for Elyria Catholic, is one of their top tacklers on the team. As he's going to try to convert a 3rd and 1 here, and that's exactly what you want. You want to get these kind of small bits of yardage at a time. This Westlake defensive line, you want to try to wear them out as much as you can.
They're going to do 3 out wide. However, Martinez is going to be in the back with Engel. Engel is going to look for it, but he will be loose again, and I believe another fumble. But is it recovered by Westlake? It is recovered by Westlake. Another fumble.
My goodness, that's the 3rd fumble of the first quarter by Elyria Catholic, and that couldn't have come at a worse time. They were inside the Westlake 5-yard line, had a 3rd and 1. Things were going the best that they've gone all quarter. And Porcelli,
what looks like it was going to be another sack. Somebody knocked the ball out of the hands of Engel, or it went forward, and it just landed perfectly into the Demons, who recovered the ball. So that's the 3rd fumble, correct?
That's the 3rd turnover of the game, 3rd turnover of the quarter for Elyria Catholic. And, Brogan, that's when they were really starting to get something going on offense. They had the nice little big toss play, and they had it down at Westlake's 3 or 4 yard line, and they just turned it over. The turnovers have been a big headache for this Elyria Catholic offense, and it certainly seems like it is now.
Well, Sam's going to be looking for a pass. However, he's going to keep it for himself, and he will get the 1st down and a little extra.
Smart decision by Brashear. He recognized there was nobody really open up over the field, so he had to take it himself and run it, get himself a 1st down. He actually had 2 rushing touchdowns last week at the win against North Homestead. Well,
there's less than 20 seconds left on the 1st quarter. They are going to do 4 out wide, 3 on the Demon sideline. Westlake is currently coming from north to south. Sam's going to find number 3, Chase Kelly. He's going to try and get away from some blockers, but he is swarmed by the Panthers, and that is going to mark the end of the 1st quarter. But he did get a gain of 5 yards. So the Demons will lead 10-0 going into the 2nd quarter.
Well, that'll end the 1st quarter here as a very good 1st quarter if you're Westlake, especially if your name's Andrew Palka. Forcing a fumble and recovering a fumble. In that quarter, Westlake's going to have it 2nd down and about 4 or 5.
2nd down, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, 2nd and 5. And if you're Westlake here, Brogan, this is exactly what you need, because Elyria Catholic, like we said, is a very resilient team. You got to wonder what those 3 fumbles are going to do, especially to Engel, because he was part of 2 of them. So as Engel's a backup quarterback, you got to imagine what kind of stuff that does to you psychologically. That can't be good, and especially with the 2nd one when he was down. I mean, Brogan, they were getting ready to score.
Well,
yeah,
they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we had a
little
for chicken competition, and he made the field goal. So I don't know what kind of chicken he's going to get.
Chick-fil-A. This game is, I think, being sponsored by Chick-fil-A, chosen by the Fox 8 News. Anyways, going back to the game. So Westlake's going to be on their own 25-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Yeah, I think if EC can stop shooting themselves in the foot, that it will be a much tougher game for Westlake.
Absolutely.
So they're going to do 4 out wide, 2 on each side. Chelly's going to be in the back. Sam's looking, finds Cooper, just right out of the hands of Cooper Rummel.
Yeah,
So maybe 3rd and 5.
That's something you got to catch there if you're Rummel. You had it in your hands, had a bit of room to work with, at least getting the 1st down. Now it's got a 3rd and 5. And if you're Elyria Catholic, this is the biggest play so far of the 1st half. You got Westlake at a 3rd and 5. You just gave up a fumble. Defensively, you got to stand strong. Make sure that this is still a close game for your offense.
Sam's going to be looking for a pass. He'll get out of 1 tackle, but will be swarmed by the Panthers. He'll only get a gain of 1 yard. So it's going to be 4th and
Tackle made by Connor
tackle
Beatrice of
him.
Elyria Catholic.
But
Fourth
again,
down.
the lack of protection up front by Westlake's really coming back to haunt for sure. He's having to run it a lot more than I think he's comfortable with. He had to only get 1 yard, but great pursuit by the Elyria Catholic defense, containing him, hemming him in.
Well, they are going to go for it. It's fourth and second. Oh, never mind. I guess not. Porcelli's actually going to kick it. A really good kick if that. It's going to go all the way back to the 25-yard line of EC.
That's a great kick there. They call it the pooch punt, where they make it look like they're going for it and they punt it away. Well, Brashear did a great job of getting that inside the Elyria Catholic 25-yard line. And Brady Engold's going to come back out again. And, you know, if you're Elyria Catholic, Brogan, with especially Engold, with those 3 fumbles in the first quarter, the kind of adjustments that you have to make. Number one, Engold's got to make sure to keep the football safe. Even if you do get sacked, secure that thing so nobody can take it out, because that's what happened the last 2 drives. So if he can do that, Elyria Catholic may have a bit more success as they set up shop here, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
I think he needs some sticky glue.
Well, that wouldn't hurt.
No. So 4 out wide for EC. Engel's going to be looking. He'll find number 7.
That's Halliburton.
But Malik Musa is going to be the one to take him down. He will get a gainage of a couple yards. A lot more than a couple. He'll be actually just shy, like 2 yards shy.
Well, and if you notice, once Engel's getting the ball out, he's completing his passes. So the vision on these short passes have been very, very accurate to Halliburton and Buttinger and whoever else he finds. So as soon as he can get the ball out, and if he can keep his eyes downfield enough to find a guy open downfield, that's going to open up a whole nother dimension for this offense. Westlake can't focus solely on the run if that happens.
It's going to be handed off to number 28. Martis. He's going to try and run up the middle, but he will lose actually a yard. Martinez okay? Yep, he is. Yeah, no, actually, with the passing plays, they're getting the short passes in, and they're actually getting the blocks.
They are.
Number 7, the Halliburton, on the last play, had extremely good blockers, and he was able to run it for the 8 yards.
Right, and D. Martinez is being completely stifled on the ground. This averaging about a yard per carry. Westlake's doing a great job of keeping him under wraps.
Speaking of passing, they're going to do 4 out wide. Engel's looking, and he's going to run out of bounds, but he will get the first down.
Smart decision by Engel. Had time running out, knew he had to get out of bounds. Getting a very important first down
for Elyria Catholic.
And if you're Westlake, that's something you got to do. They've struggled a little bit with tackling, like I said early on. You got to be sure to ramp up a little bit, especially on these types of guys. As Mo Assad, I believe, was the one that took him out, but not after our first down. So good awareness by Brady Engel.
Well, supposedly there's going to be rain in 18 minutes, so we'll have to see how that affects the game if it does rain. And it looks like that's going to be a timeout on EC.
Timeout, Elyria Catholic.
Well, back to your point, if it does indeed rain in 18 minutes, which is Cleveland, so you never know what it's going to do.
Yep. Should make an even interesting game.
It should. You'll see a lot of running plays. The raining, we talked to a couple players before the game. If it rains, that makes the turf extra slippery. So, you got to make sure you don't slip and fall and that kind of stuff.
Well, same with the ball.
Yeah, same with the ball.
You better hope that you hold that ball tight.
Yeah, don't lose control of it. One thing that kind of reminded me of when you mentioned that was what University of Dayton used to do. They would dip a football in a bucket of water, and they would snap it to their quarterback every practice, so they can get used to kind of the wet football. That was something that was started back in, I want to say, 40-something years ago.
I feel like you're making this up, Alan.
No, I'm not making it up. They call it the wet ball practice.
Oh, you definitely made that name up.
No, well, that I may have made up, or at least I paraphrased it. So, but that's a thing they used to do. They may still do it, actually. But as defense for Westlake here, or for Elyria Catholic in Westlake, if it does rain, maybe something you got to keep in mind. Keep the ball in your hands.
Engel's gonna hand off to Halliburton. He'll be stopped by, I don't know, I think it was Andrew Palka, and he'll be a lossage of yards.
Yeah, Musla and Palka were in their
Power duo.
Yeah, power duo is right. Elyria Catholic had no answer for this Westlake defensive line in the running attack from Westlake. I'm keeping these guys up close to the line of scrimmage because remember, Engel has struggled to throw it long. So I want to keep my safeties maybe a few yards across the line of scrimmage in case they do those short passes. But a great job there by Westlake. Elyria Catholic's having very little success on the ground right now.
They're going to do 3 out wide. Engel's going to be looking for it, and he will be sacked for more lossage of yards.
Well, Gianni Wright there made the tackle.
Gianni Wright with the sack and the help of a few other
At
defenders.
least you were able to secure the
The pressure
football
on
and say
Elyria Catholic.
no. The Elyria Catholic
Set him back
offensive
even
line
farther.
was
Third down, now third.
had a
And
big
very
problem
long.
there. This Westlake defensive line used kind of a bull rush and overpowered him easily. Gianni Wright able to get to the quarterback and sack him for 3rd and long, something Elyria Catholic wants to avoid.
3rd and 20.
3rd and 20 to be exact.
Well, we haven't seen Engel throw it out far, but they are going to do a 4 out wide. Engel is going to look for it, and another just bulldoze. It is caught, and nobody's currently in front of him. And he's going to stay out of bounds. However, the person that caught that, I really don't know. I can't even see his number.
Well, whoever it was,
But that was a big gain.
yeah, it was a big gain. And Engel, we talked about him trying to throw it long. He did there, and it was a successful attempt.
Cole
So,
stops that long pass reception from becoming a
it
touchdown.
was number 15. We don't really have on our roster at this
15
point.
is Engel.
No, Engel. Well, it wasn't him.
But yeah, I don't think he can throw. Thank you. 12, Teddy Bunninger.
Petty Buttinger. So
Yeah, it's fine. Keep going. I missed a play.
Engel will carry it again, and that's something that he really needed, especially like a long pass like that can really do a lot for a quarterback's confidence. Also for the coach's confidence, because you got to be willing to put the ball in the air if you have to. Now they seem like they're willing to have to. So we'll see what they do from here after that long pass.
Okay. So, 1st and 10. The ball's going to be on Westlake's 11-yard line. It looks like there's 7:33 left. They're going to do 2 out wide. Both Martinez and Rollins are going to be in the back with Engel. And there's a flag on the play. False start on the offense.
Flag on the play.
Well, and if you're EC, that's the last thing you want. Backing them up 5 yards, they've really struggled in these long yardage situations. The 3rd and 20 being the only exception. So not something you want to do for any offense. I don't care if it's Elyria Catholic or the Philadelphia Eagles. You don't want to keep getting in the 1st and 15, 2nd and long situations here.
Ball now to 16, 15 yards. Get in the end zone.
Engel's going to be looking. It's going to be a pitch toss to number 11. Xavier Castillo is going to try on the run on the right-hand side, trying to get through blockers, but he'll be just absolutely swarmed by the Demons. He'll get a gain of a good couple yards. It's going to be 2nd and 9, so a gain of 6 yards.
Yeah, kind of a simple pitch play to Castillo. Something that they really like to do with Xavier Castillo, getting him inside the 10-yard line. It was Elyria Catholic. That's a good job getting some of the penalty yards back, making it a 2nd and shorter than it would have been. So if you're EC, I'd go to the end zone right here. Try to get it to Buttinger or Halliburton. The Westlake's had some very big trouble stopping. Try to get it to him in the back of the end zone.
Engel's looking. Intended for number 12, Teddy Buttinger. But flag will be thrown for passing interference.
That's pass interference, and it may have been a bit behind, but in high school, there's no really difference between a catchable and uncatchable pass as far as DPI is concerned. So if you're Westlake, that's something you did not want. You gave Elyria a free extra yardage. I believe it's going to be about a 5-yard penalty because it's going to be half the distance to the goal. So you just gave Elyria some free penalty yards and a first down to boot. So
Well, it's 1st and 5, or sorry, 2nd and 5.
I'm sorry, yeah, but you made the down and distance a lot shorter than it was.
Yes. Engel's going to hand it off to Martinez, who is just going to be a yard, 2 yards shy of the end zone.
With the carry for Elyria Catholic.
Martinez is able to get it inside the 5 yard line. If you're Elyria Catholic, it doesn't matter if it's field goal or touchdown. You need points. This Westlake team has completely dominated the EC so far in the first half, with the exception of this drive and a little bit of last one. So if you're Elyria Catholic, you got to get some points. Try to get some momentum back. As we head into the latter stages of the second quarter, we will remind you, Westlake does get the ball to start the second half.
Well, Engel's going to hand it off again to Martinez, who will run it in for the touchdown.
That is a touchdown Elyria Catholic had to have. Great blocking up front by the offensive line, manhandling that Westlake defense, allowing D. Martinez to run it into the end zone untouched. And Elyria Catholic all of a sudden only down by 4. Makes it a 10-6 game here. And if you're Elyria Catholic, that's a drive you had to have. Westlake was really doing whatever they wanted to on defense. Able to get a defensive stop on the last Westlake drive for Elyria Catholic. Following that up with a great touchdown
with the extra point attempt.
Sean O'Nano makes a point. 10-7. If you're Elyria Catholic, this quarter, they've dominated the second quarter. Westlake's really haven't gotten anything going through their only possession of the second quarter, and Elyria Catholic was able to take it inside 6 minutes, 5:46 to be exact, and able to cut the lead to 3, 10-7.
Well, I wouldn't say they dominated the second quarter. They were, down 3rd and 20 all the way back to their own sideline, and they had a miracle catch.
Well, after that, though, they had the upper hand in that quarter. So
agree to disagree.
So we got a 10-7 ball game. Westlake's going to get the ball back.
5:46 left in the second quarter.
So still plenty of time to run your usual offense. Don't need any 2-minute drills yet. From EC, I got to get another step on defense. The offense had a great drive here where, on the later stages of it, really the offensive line did their job just fine. So if I'm defensively, and a lot of these O-linemen play on the defense, like Amari Ortiz and Kyle Banks, you got to get a good stop here. Keep that momentum on EC's side.
Well, let's see if they will kick it to either Coop or Chase Kelly in the back.
Two very dangerous options. Cooper had a 100-yard kickoff return against Bay Village.
Sean O'Donnell kicking off for Elyria
Sean
Catholic.
O'Donnell, I think is how you say it. Sorry if I mispronounced it last time.
Unbelievable, Alan. That's unforgivable. All right. Here comes the kick, and he will actually find Chase Kelly. Chase is going to try stop by his own blockers. He'll get all the way up to their own 27-yard line. 26.
Yep, not a bad return. Able to get it up across the 25-yard line, giving Westlake's offense some okay starting field position. As Rashiri and friends will come back out here to start their second drive of the second quarter. First one ended up in a punt, so they're hoping this one has yields a lot more yardage.
All right, Westlake's going to do 3 out wide, 2 on the Demons sideline. Sam Sherry's going to be in the back with Matthew Burchelli. Burchelli's going to hand off to Matthew Burchelli. He'll gain yards of 7.
Yep, Burchelli was another good chunk of yardage there, getting about a gain of 7 yards. Nothing too sneaky, just getting the play. It's simple.
I lied, it's 9. He got gain of 9.
Either way, great chunk of yardage there to go. If you can get over 4 yards of play, which is what Westlake has been trying to do very consistently, you're going to have the advantage up front, especially in the trenches, in the offensive line. And the running game could be very important if it does, in fact, rain here. So, something to keep an eye on.
Another handoff to Burchelli. He'll try and run up the middle, but he'll be just shy.
Will it be enough for a first down for the Demons?
If it isn't, it's going to be about 3rd and a foot.
Matthew Porcelli with the carry.
Well, they actually moved him about a yard back.
So 3rd down, what do you say, about 1? 3rd and 1. So they got him back to the little original line of scrimmage. So Elyria Catholic's probably going to have every defender, every linebacker and D lineman up at the box, trying to stop what we think will be a running play.
We're going to do 3 out wide. Actually, Sam's going to keep it for himself. He's going to find number 90. He's going to find Chris Campbell. He's going to get the first down and more.
Well, that's something Brasheari's done very effectively. The throw and the run has really been a great asset to Sam Brasheari, something he's really worked on throughout this season and will carry over into next season as he gets an all-important first down. Keep those chains moving.
Going to hand it off to Porcelli, who he'll only get a gainage of 1 yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
Second down, Demons.
Yeah, he had to just get what he could there. At Westlake's offensive line, as Jackson Smith, the senior defensive lineman, was able to get in on Porcelli very quickly, stopping him for very minimal gain. As if you're Elyria Catholic, that's what you got to do. Shut off this running attack. Force Sam Brasheari to be one-dimensional. If they can do a little bit more of a stopping Porcelli before he hits the hole too hard, then you might see a different look at Westlake's offense. They might be forced to go to the air more often.
Well, Sam's going to keep it for himself. He's going to find Chris Campbell again, but Chris is going to be taken down. There'll be no gainage of yards. Sorry, there'll be 1 yard of gain.
Well, another good pursuit there by Elyria Catholic. There's a short pass. Really nothing there. Only got a yard. Great job by the AC defense beating Campbell right when he caught the ball. Now Westlake going to be faced with a 3rd and 8. Their longest 3rd down of the game so far.
Well, they're going to do 4 out wide, 3 on the right-hand side. Sam's going to be looking. He's going to find number 3, Chase Kelly, upfield. He'll get the first down and more. He'll be taken down around EC's own 35-yard line.
Boy, that was a great throw by Brasheari. Putting it in a place where only Chase Kelly can catch. Kelly did also a great job getting good separation on his DB there, giving Brasheari a guy to throw it to, and getting a nice big gain inside Elyria Catholic territory. And a great 3rd down conversion when it looked like Westlake may have had their backs up against the wall a little bit. They convert on a very important 3rd down.
He's going to hand it off to Porcelli. He's going to try and run on the left sideline. He'll get by some blockers, but he'll be eventually taken down and tripped by number 5, J.J. Metzinger. He will get a first down.
Metzinger stopped about a 25-yard gain there. As this Westlake offensive line is doing a great job blocking on that side. Keeping Elyria Catholic in their own backfield. Porcelli, with 2:23 left, continues to give Westlake a spark on the ground as Westlake will be faced with 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Porcelli's going to run again. He's going to get to the left-hand side, and again he will be taken out by number 5, J.J. Metzinger. He'll be forced out of bounds. Another first down for Porcelli.
Yeah, and the best thing about that is not only did he get a first down, he got out of bounds, so the clock will stop until the next play is run, allowing Westlake to kind of get a little bit more time to set up another play here, rather than having to go always in hurry-up mode, which can cause some miscommunication. If you're Elyria Catholic, you have to hold it to 3. You don't want to get...
Well, Brasheari's going to keep it for himself, and he will get a gauge of like 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, so Elyria Catholic's going to have to stop him for a field goal here because of you're giving Westlake the ball to start the second half. You just scored on your last drive. Last thing you want is for Westlake to answer back with a touchdown of their own and get a 10-point lead very late in the first half. So if you're Elyria Catholic, got to do a better job of getting off your blocks and getting to whoever has the ball for Westlake quicker than they are right now.
Porcelli's hand off to Porcelli. He's going to try and run up the middle. He'll get a gain of 1-2 yards.
Porcelli just getting what he could.
3rd and 3.
By the EC defense wrapping up. Couldn't get much there as Elyria Catholic's defense will now be faced with a key 3rd down and 3. Westlake able to convert a 3rd down earlier on this drive on a pass to Chase Kelly. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down so far this drive.
Sam's going to be looking. He'll find Cooper Rummel, who will be sworn by 3 EC guys, but heading it would be number 28, Anthony De Martinez.
Yeah, kind of a speed-on-speed matchup there. De Martinez run that round. Good job by Elyria Catholic again.
On the 5-yard line.
Good defensive penetration right as Rummel caught the ball, allowing him nowhere to go. And Westlake, I believe, will face him for 4th down and 1.
4th and 3.
Okay.
Looks like they're going to keep Brucheri out there and try and go for it.
I like that call. If you do not make it, you'll still pin Elyria Catholic inside their own 5-yard line. So really not much risk in going for 3 here. So may as well go for it. Try to get a touchdown, punch him in the mouth before halftime.
Well, it is also starting to rain.
Yes.
I think they're just going to let the clock run.
They do.
Timeout with 18 seconds left.
Yeah, timeout. 18 seconds left.
So I'd assume they're going to kick a chip shot field goal for Evil Sizer. That's my assumption here. I could be wrong.
Don't forget.
Well, I think they should go for the field goal because they're just gonna they'll get it right back.
Right, so they're going to just go for some points here, get it in for about, try to get the lead up to 6, go into halftime with a 6-point lead. In the second half, if you're Westlake, then you can get the ball back, try to get another nice drive.
Who's the loudest senior here in the crowd today? Let's hear ya.
So, but a good job by the Elyria Catholic defense there. They stopped Westlake on a 3rd down, a very key 3rd down, to try to keep the lead in single digits. They have done just that so far, assuming Westlake does try to kick a 22-yard field goal, but some good job shedding your blocks by the Elyria Catholic front 7.
Yeah, EC's been, even with their record, they've been playing really well. I think they've been just shooting themselves with the foot with the 3 fumbles, but besides that, Engel's been completing most of his passes.
Yep.
So Sean Evilsizer is going to try and kick the field goal. Field goal will be good, so Demons will take a lead 13-7 with 13.9 seconds left in the first half.
So,
13 with 13 left in the first half.
13 seconds left. Does the smart thing,
13-7.
gets the field goal to go, and the Westlake Demons will go up by 6 now, 13-7, 13.9 seconds left to go. As we'll see what Elyria Catholic does. I would imagine Elyria Catholic may run out the clock, although they may not know that Westlake does get the
proud support of our Westlake Demons. See them at their Crocker Road or Detroit Road branches to feel the community.
Westlake trying to get their best record in 7 years at 7-3.
To learn more.
The last time they won 7-3, they played Holland Springfield in a playoff in 2016. We're down 41-14. Ended up scoring 34 unanswered points in the 4th quarter and overtime, winning that game 48-41.
Who was this?
Westlake went 7-3 in 2016.
Oh.
Also, thanks to the Calvetta brothers too for their sponsorship throughout the year, supporting athletics.
Now, in case anybody was wondering, if Westlake was
Calvetta
to
brothers,
start
owners of
playing
the
playoffs
show.
today, they'd be hosting Brecksville Broadview Heights.
Tell Austin I said hello.
What's Brecksville's record?
5-4.
Have they played a lot of good teams?
Yes. Well, I think they're in a different conference than Westlake, so they've had different level of competition.
Eagles house with the kick.
Here comes the kick, and it's going to be kicked right out of bounds.
Yeah, not what you wanted if you're Evil Side. You're giving Elyria Catholic some good field position if they do decide to throw it.
Swift kick.
Try to get a
Finds himself around the 30 with 13 seconds left for Elyria
line. So we'll
Catholic.
see what EC's plan of attack is here with less than 15 seconds to go. 13 seconds to be exact. So we'll see if they want to come out firing or if they're just content to take a 6-point deficit into halftime.
Well, that will probably be the case.
I don't think so.
Unless Engel has a surprise for us.
Which he very well could. He's certainly capable of doing.
First and 10, Elyria.
Well, Engel's going to actually hand it off to De Martinez. Number 7, Braylon Burnett's going to get the hit on him. And that's going to run the clock down.
Yep, so at halftime, a very even football game so far.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
27 is the amount today. We thank everyone for buying.
So,
50-50
raffle
ticket.
Catholic, I gotta keep running the ball because the passing game is really gonna be harder to get now with the.
I don't
slick
think
football.
there will be a passing game.
Yeah, that's the thing and Westlake's done a great job of really smothering the running game to very little to no success through most of the game. If you're on Westlake, same thing. Handed off to Porcelli, I believe he needed 73 yards to get to 1,000 yards. I think he has that, if I'm not mistaken.
If he doesn't, he'll be shy by like a yard or two. I think he'll be close to it.
We think he'll get it in the second half if he doesn't have it already. So it's going to be a very.
I think part of that dance performance was the band, the water, the sprinkler system, everything, because now we don't have the rain anymore.
As it's not raining anymore because.
Well, it is.
Not as bad
Second half action.
because it's clear. So
Still in the lead at 13-7.
it probably will be stopped by the end of this game, knowing our luck. So I believe it's going to be Sean O'Donnell to kick off for the Panthers. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be Cooper Rummel and Matthew Porcelli will be back to receive.
Honestly, that would be so fun. A game in the snow.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened. Tom Brady likes that kind of weather. Certainly led the Patriots through
Well, he's kind of retired, isn't he?
He is, but when he played, he liked playing in the snow. So did the Packers in 1967 against the Cowboys.
Again, I feel like you're just making that up.
No, it was called the Ice Bowl. And then later, about 13, 14 years later, the Bengals played the Chargers in about temperatures that were below zero. Or wind chill below zero. I think it was like negative 15 or something below.
Now it's not as raining as loud. Our 50-50 raffle ticket winning number, $127. 846 841 846 841. Your money's up here in the booth. Come to the announcer's booth with your ticket, and we'll have your cash.
All right, here we go. We're getting ready to start the third quarter on this senior night in Westlake, Ohio. Kind of a brisk fall evening. Well, that's what you kind of expect for late October, I guess. Cooper Rummel is going to indeed back to receive along with Porcelli. So, all right, Brogan, let's do this.
Cooper Rummel.
Cooper Rummel and Matthew Porcelli in the back. EC's line's going to come out.
The Demons, as they'll be receiving the kickoff from Elyria Catholic.
Just looking at all the puddles on the turf, it is still raining really good.
Well,
Sean O'Donnell will be the kicker.
Elyria Catholic.
number 95 on this Panthers squad, fighting for their playoff lives.
Yes, they are. Goes straight to Cooper Rummel. Cooper Rummel's going to try and run up the middle. He'll get by some blockers, but the ball will fumble.
Is that? I think it's moving Westlake ball.
With the kickoff return fumble.
I think Westlake did. Well, hang on. Let's see. Who has it?
Let's see. No signals yet.
I don't understand.
No ruling on the field yet.
Refs are taking their good old time.
We wait in suspense.
It's to be Westlake's ball.
It'll be Westlake ball.
Saving grace.
Well, again, we talked about how the rain can play a factor. Certainly played a factor there. Rummel not really known for fumbling the football that often.
I think I've seen him fumble it twice.
Yeah, so not that often.
Demons ball, first
This game and what, the last home game did he fumble?
Maybe. Yes, this one's about right.
Well, they're going to still do 3 out wide. Porcelli's going to be in the back. Handoff to Porcelli. He's going to run up the middle. Only a gain of 2 yards.
2 yards. Lacy had some good defensive pursuit there, able to get to Porcelli before he could really make much happen. If you're Elyria Catholic, that's exactly what you want. You want to shut down this Westlake,
second down Demons.
this Westlake a running game while you still can. There's still 13-7, so still plenty of time in this one. So if you're really Elyria Catholic, a defensive stop is what the doctor ordered right now.
Westlake's going to do 4 out wide. They're on the demon sideline. Still be a handoff to Porcelli. He'll be gained about 6-7 yards.
Yeah, he's going to
Be
be
either third, should be 3rd and 1. So 7-yard gain.
That was Rollins making the tackle there. Running back on running tackle there is Collins also plays running back for, Hollins. Or Rollins.
Rollins. There's an
Running
R.
back for Elyria Catholic as well.
Yeah, there's an R in Rollins.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Porcelli's going to get touched. Well, he's got nobody in front of him, but he does somebody have behind him, and that will be number 21. Malachi Johnson, just the saving grace for EC right there.
Saving grace, absolutely there. Saving a touchdown. Malachi Johnson there. Porcelli would still be running towards the end zone, but I believe, if I'm doing my math correctly, which I hope I am, Porcelli has gotten over 1,000 yards this season. So, a workhorse doing this thing on the ground.
I think your math skills are a bit off. I don't know. No, I don't know. Porcelli's going to run it again. Only a gain of 1 to 2 yards.
We needed 73 to get 1,000.
Well, after that, I think I was about more than half of it. So, we'll hopefully.
73 to go. So, we'll see.
Yeah, otherwise your math skills are just, I think you have to go back to math teaching. We're actually going to do 5 out wide. Yeah, but Sam's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get it, but there will be a flag on the play.
Keeper from Sam Rucheri.
Kind of a QB draw there. Try to keep it himself for a little change of pace. Let's see what they call.
Holding on offense.
Well, that's going to back him up. Let's see if
It's going to be a repeat of 2nd down. It's going to be 2nd and 19.
Yeah, so that's something you don't want for Westlake.
We're on EC's 20-yard line.
Yeah.
That moved him back far.
Yeah, it did.
Well, it looks like the rain did stop temporarily, but we'll have to see if they try and utilize the passing game with the rain stopping for a little bit.
I certainly would.
Hopefully most of these wide receivers have gloves on.
Big 2nd down here.
Sam trying to get the offsides call on the defense, just not getting it. Porcelli's going to be on the right hip. He's going to be a handoff to Porcelli. He's going to run up the middle, and he a fumble in the end zone, and that will be recovered by EC.
That's going to be a touchback.
However, the refs are discussing if it was a touchdown or not.
Yeah, it's close.
It was a touchback.
It's going to be a touchback.
Nice.
So
interesting.
Talk about a turn of events. Matt Porcelli seemed sure as heck to go in there for 6 points, but again, the slick football Elyria Catholic able to knock it out of his hands just in time in the end zone. EC now with the football and a big takeaway here. 1st and 10 from the 20.
Well, if I was Coach Hall talking to his players right now, I'd be like, you hold on to that ball.
Exactly. Yep, and it would have been a touchdown if he did, so Porcelli's got to be kicking himself after that one. Something he's got to work on here throughout the course of the 2nd half.
Fumble recovery results in 1st and 10 for Elyria Catholic.
Well,
so here we go. Braden Engel leads his offense out in the field.
Engel's going to be looking for a pass. It's below, and
Did they
looks like he caught it. I thought he dropped it, but I don't know who caught it, but they didn't catch it, but there was no gainers of yards on the play. I really don't know. It looked like he dropped it.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they're going to call it 2nd down here. It was a completed pass either way.
That was so. It might have. It's one of those guys on the left. I don't know who. Angle's going to be looking. He'll find number 7. Almost intercepted by number 26. Tommy DeFranco.
Yeah, that would have been a big turn of events.
It's going to be 3rd and 10. It was intended for Mason Halliburton. Oh, I thought I've been mispronouncing his name this entire time.
But yeah, I mean, Angle got bailed out there. He almost threw it right to DeFranco. DeFranco just had to hold on to that thing. It would have been a sure pickoff. So, make better decisions if you're Angle.
Well, they're going to do 5 out wide. Angle again will be looking. He will find Burton this time. Halliburton. Be a gain of 5 yards.
Yeah, he's not going to get it. Well, and that's a good job by Westlake there. Those short little 3, 4, 5 yard routes you can have on 3rd down and 10 like that. You just can't allow them to get yards after contact and yards after catch. Something that Westlake did not do, as I believe he's going to be short for the 1st down.
So it's going to be 4th and 3rd. They're going to have 97 John Paul Spray in the back, and they're going to have Cooper Rummel all the way back in ours. Here comes the punt. And Cooper's going to let it roll, actually all the way back to the Westlake's own 27-yard line.
Wow.
Or actually, sorry, 22-yard line.
About a 50-something yard punt. I'd say about 51, 53-yard punt, somewhere in that radius. As Rummel did a good job letting it roll, but didn't go in his favor, however. As he get it down here, Rashiri and Westlake trying to bounce back after that fumble by Porcelli.
Well, they're going to do 3 out wide. Porcelli sitting on Sherry's left hip. It's going to be handed off to Porcelli. And it'll be a gain of 2 yards.
Had to pull back in there to provide a little extra blocking. EC able to shake that off without much of a problem. Got about 2 yards on that one, making it 2nd down and 8.
Westlake is coming south to north. Actually, it was a gain of 3. Sorry, my bad. So 2nd and 7. Me another handoff to Porcelli. He's going to try and run up the middle. He'll get a couple another yards. He'll be stopped by number 5, J.J. Metzinger.
Very active part of this Elyria Catholic defense, doing a good job of keeping Porcelli shy. That 1st down, able to wrap up really nicely. Now, EC's got to be faced with 3rd and 1 on the Westlake offense. Offensive line, just maintain your blocks. Let them get across that 1st down line.
They're going to do 3 wide receivers on. Porcelli's going to take it, and he'll run up the middle, and he'll get the 1st down and more. He'll be stopped by number 16, Connor Petrus.
Yeah, nice little patient run there by Porcelli, able to get across the 1st down marker, keeping those chains moving. Good blocking by the offensive line up the middle.
Sure, passes to Cooper Rummel. He'll get a yard, I think, or not even. He'll be pushed out of bounds, but there will be a flag down on the play, and it will be called on the offense.
Well, again, the holding penalties have been kind of a thorn in Westlake's side throughout this whole season. So, had 2 of them here in this 2nd half. Able to back them up by about 10 yards. Just going to get first about 20, you'd say?
Yes, on so. Westlake's own 33-yard line.
So not really the best decision there if you're Westlake.
4 out wide. Still going to be handed off to Porcelli. He'll get back down to the. He'll get a gain of 10 yards, getting right back to the spot of the play.
Yeah, great job by Porcelli getting to the back of the original line of scrimmage. DeMartinez did a good job of finally bringing him down, but if you're Elyria Catholic, that's the last thing you need here. You had him at a 1st and 20, able to let Westlake get half of that yardage back. Got to be more disciplined up front.
Less than 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 5 out wide this time. We'll see if Sam keeps it for himself. Yep, Sam does indeed keep it for himself. He'll try and run it. but he'll be swarmed by the Panthers. He'll only get a gain of a couple 3 yards. It will be 3rd and 5, so we got a gain of 4.
Kyle Fairbanks.
Yep, Kyle Fairbanks on the stop, a senior. Also plays on the offensive line, right tackle, I believe he is.
Who?
Kyle Fairbanks, number 74. He's on the line.
75, and he's on the offensive line and defensive line.
Big 3rd down here.
Again, it's going to be handed off to Porcelli. He will get the first down.
Just keep it simple if you're Westlake right now. That seems to be working. Simple works out best, and it's certainly working out best right now as Porcelli continues to gash this EC defensive line, getting another first down. And when you're Elyria Catholic, if you look back at this game, you know, a lot of it will be the inability to get off the field on 3rd downs. You had a 3rd and 1 earlier on the drive. You had a 3rd and 5. You had him at 1st and 20. So if you're Elyria Catholic, that's been something that's been really damaging to them, is really not able to stop the run in the second half.
Hand off to Porcelli, but he'll be immediately taken down by number 24, Timmy Phillips. However, there is a flag immediately thrown down.
Phillips with 2 sacks on the game.
I think it might be called on number 28, Petrus. Or, sorry,
That's DeMartinez.
DeMartinez. However, we will see.
According to the coach, it's a late hit.
Well, coaches tend to be wrong.
Don't want to say that too loud there, bro.
Yeah, well, they're actually on the other side of the wall, kind of. All right, so it looks like there are penalties on both sides. It's actually offense. Wait. Okay, the refs just did something very strangely. So there were offsetting penalties, and then there's an additional penalty on the Panthers. So they're going to get 1st and 5.
So if that's all sorted out, EC gives up free 5 yards to Westlake. Westlake will do it again on 1st down.
3 out wide. It's going to be Sam's actually going to keep it for himself. He's going to run up the left-hand side. He's going to keep that ball nice and close to him.
Yeah, that's...
And he will get the first down.
Good job there by Brashear, keeping it up to the left side and getting enough for a first down.
First down, Demons.
We'll see here what they decide to do now after another first down run by Westlake.
It's going to be on EC's 34-yard line. Hand it off to Porcelli. He's going to run on the left-hand side. He's going to break away through the middle. He'll get more, and he will run it in for the touchdown.
That's what the doctor ordered on senior day. Mr. Matt Porcelli, a 34-yard touchdown run. Great blocking on the left side. The offensive line did a great job of blocking theirs. We do have a flag
After the play.
after the play, so the touchdown's going to stand. Unsportsmanlike conduct is going to be the call. I think that's going to be against Elyria Catholic, I think. Yeah, but unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
I think twice.
Yeah.
Out for the extra point attempt.
So they're trying to make it a 13-point ball game.
Yeah, look, they actually haven't gone for any 2-point conversions,
No.
which I think is a smarter play on Coach Hall's part.
Yes. They went for two times last week. Unfortunately, we're only 2 on that.
And extra point is good.
The kick attempt by Sizer is good.
Well, a Westlake drive after a fumble, that's exactly what they needed. A bounce back. 20-7 ball game with 3:45 left in the third quarter. And the way this game's been going, that score could end up looming large. EC got gashed by Matthew Porcelli. And for Westlake, if you're Westlake, bro, like I said, that score could be ending up looming very large as this game goes on. Now, Avon Lake is actually playing Avon this week.
Who's louder, the senior cheerleaders or the senior fans?
Well, I don't know how good Avon Lake is, but
Avon Lake is 6-3. They'd be hosting a playoff game today.
Give it up for your cheerleading squad, including those seniors here on senior night.
well, I'm gonna see if I can find. I'll see if I can find those games. What website would those be on?
I
Do you
think it's on
remember?
Fox 8 News, Friday Night.
McMillan Luxury Real Estate.
I'll try. 'Cause, I mean, Avon is one of the powerhouses of the SWC conference and in the surrounding
In
areas.
the state of Ohio, they beat Canton McKinley Division I school 28-7, and they beat Glenville, another elite D2 school, 24-16. Glenville, for reference, was able to hold IMG Academy to 25 points.
So Westlake is going to be going for an onside kick. It is currently raining fairly hard right now, so it might make the ball a little slippery.
Did he get it?
He
You can say you saw it here.
Well, he didn't really go for the onside kick. He just went for the field goal. He got it inside, but it doesn't do anything.
I think Westlake's
Sizer able to kick it through the uprights.
got it through the uprights.
Granted, it is funny.
It is. It's great.
Sean does a very strong leg.
Yeah, he does. Very good soccer player as well here. So.
Ball on the 24, Elyria Catholic.
Well, Buckeye is currently beating Normandy 27-6 in the third quarter.
Yeah, Normandy 1-8 going into that game.
Well, Engel is going to be looking. He's going to try find number 12, Teddy Buttinger, but it's going to be passing complete. Good coverage because it wasn't knocked out of his hands.
Yeah, great coverage there by the Westlake secondary, able to get a hand in there and knocking the ball out of Buttinger's hands. But the passing game is going to be really difficult for EC, especially because of what's going on now with the rain. The ball is going to be a little bit more slippery than it usually is. So we'll see how Brady Engel and the offensive coaching staff try to work around that.
Holy Name is currently beating Valley Forge 21-16 in the third quarter.
Valley Forge 4-5, almost guaranteed a playoff spot.
Well, there's going to be 4 out wide, but I don't think the wide receivers are going to be able to do much. Engel intended for number 7, Mason Halliburton, but just thrown right behind him.
Yeah, that was Chris Campbell there doing a good job of getting into the pocket along with Engel, forcing Engel to throw it a little bit more quicker and more behind than he intended to lead Halliburton, making it a 3rd down and 10.
Bay and North Olmsted are actually tied 14-14 in the third quarter. North Ridgeville's beating Amherst 21-0. And Rocky River is beating Fairview 27-0 in the
River going to be 9-1 after that game.
Engel just missed it, but all the way, I think within their own 10-yard. Yeah, they're on their own 10.
Yeah, it's gonna
so
be
fourth and
20, I think?
4th and 20.
Yeah,
However,
so-
their kicker, John Paul Spray, has a really good leg.
Really good leg. Yeah, he was able to get about a 50-yard punt last time. Certainly would love to do the same here, especially because he's backed up inside his own 10. Into his end zone. That's where they're going to snap.
Cooper is going to take it around the 40-yard line. He's going to try and run on the right-hand side. He'll be taken down by number 35, Graydon Rollins. he'll be taken down around the 42-yard line.
Well, there you go to the 42-yard line, and if you're Westlake, this is exactly what you need. A 20-7 game. Westlake would like nothing more than to get it into the end zone one more time, make this game a 3-possession game, which in the rain, I mean, it's hard enough to come back. Some consider it insurmountable. Now, it's not insurmountable per se, but it's certainly a deep hole to climb out of, especially going into the fourth quarter. So Westlake would love nothing more than to stick it in the end zone at least one more time to try to put a serious damper on Elyria Catholic's playoff hopes.
Well, going back to the Avon and Avon Lake game, Avon's currently beating Avon Lake 31-0. Sam's going to hand it off to Bocelli. He will not get any gains on that play. St. Ed's is playing Akron Hoban. They're actually tied 7-7.
Yeah, Hoban usually good team in Akron.
Teamwork.
Well, the rain came back, and
Yes, with vengeance.
it's going to be another handoff to Bocelli. He will break through, and he will get the first down and a couple extra yards.
Well, somebody's down.
Bocelli's down. I believe he just slipped. Honestly, it could be just a cramp. I talked to AJ, the athletic trainer of Westlake, and he said about most of their injuries are just cramps.
Well, that's what we need. That's what we're hoping for.
There's 2:07 left in the third quarter.
Certainly hope he's okay.
I think it was just a cramp. It looks like a cramp. But we'll see.
Tell Braylon we got to think it. Hands to Panther. Troop left. Hey, we got to think it though.
Well, Bocelli is walking.
Good.
Let Matt hear it as he comes off this field.
Has done a yeoman's work. Definitely a great job today for this Westlake defense, or demons, or offense.
Westlake Demons offense.
Yes. Well, he did do a good job on defense too. He was helping out. He helped out with the fumble recovery.
He did. Most fumbles I've seen in a game.
Yeah. Especially
from
in the
Westlake.
quarter.
Yeah.
I think Braylon Burnett's checked into the ball game.
Oh, and Sam finally got the offsides call that he was, or false start call that he was looking for. But it's going to be on his own offense.
Yeah, not what you wanted. I think
that's
Whitebot
great.
may have flinched. Let's see if he was drawn out there.
I don't know, but they're going to force him back another 5 yards.
Yeah, I think it was on Reitenbach. Another senior. 18 seniors on this Westlake team.
It's going to be handed off to Burnett, but he won't get anything with that play. It's going to be second and 1, 2,
Burnett with the carry for the Demons.
4, 15, 16 yards.
Yeah, not really what you wanted. I think from what the coaches were saying, they wanted to run a kind of an isolation play with Braylon Burnett. Didn't happen the way that they wanted it to. And because of that, it's now second and 16. So good job by the defense of Elyria Catholic adjusting quickly and tackling Burnett for a loss.
Hand it off again to Braylon Burnett. He's going to try and run on the right-hand side, but he will get no gainage. Well, we don't. Well, the rain's coming down harder. Well, we haven't really seen Braylon run the ball this year. I think we've seen him more as a safety.
Yeah, we've seen him more as a corner and safety.
This was the 30% chance of drizzle.
DB, and apparently there was a 30% chance of drizzle. That's becoming a 100% chance of
That was a
downpour.
100% chance of this.
110% chance of
I
downpour.
guarantee it. All right, handoff again to Burnett. He will get more.
Braylon Burnett continues to carry for the Demons. Being well blocked by the O-line.
O-line once again doing a nice job paving the way for Burnett.
Well, there's 20 seconds left in this quarter.
I don't think Westlake will have to run a play. Yeah, no, they're going to bring him to the sidelines.
Well, we'll see. I don't think they're going to run a play. They are definitely not running a play. They're going to the sidelines. Well, with the conclusion of the third quarter, Demons are leading 20-7. It's currently 4th and 6. Hopefully Bocelli comes back.
Yep, the Westlake Demons just one quarter away from hosting a playoff game here at St. John's Stadium, which will be the first time that they've hosted at when it's been called St. John's Stadium. When they hosted it last time, it was at Louis Shea Field, which is the same thing. But Westlake, all they got to do is finish out the business. And if you're a Elyria Catholic here, this is just, you've had your backup quarterback, and Brady Engel has not played bad at all.
No, not at all.
He's done a good job of finding open receivers, getting them out into space. He had a nice long pass on 3rd and 20 as we got just one more quarter to play here in this regular season of Westlake football. Certainly a memorable one, as we got some music from, well, no, they stopped it. Never mind. Okay. Don't usually have that kind of music here, but certainly some very good songs.
So the ball is going to be on the 27-yard line of EC right now. So Sam's actually going to be looking for a pass. I don't know what just happened. Well, it's going to be a turnover to EC.
I don't know what they were wanting to do there. It almost looked like a fake punt, to be exact, but
I don't know. It looked like Sam was going to look for a throw, but then something happened, and I look at Sam, and Sam has his hands in what just happened.
He's not,
he's surprised by himself.
Well, Elyria Catholic's going to get the ball in plus territory here, and if they want to make a dent in this lead, now's the time to do it. You're going to have the ball in some good field position. When it hasn't been raining, Engel's been doing pretty good through the passing game, so we'll see if they want to do the short dink and dunk passes that have been successful for them in the first half.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of we've seen a bit of the running play, but they've relied more on their passing recently. Yes. However, with the rain, it might affect that. Well, it is going to be a running play. It's going to be handed off to number 20, Zion Castillo. He's going to gain a couple yards.
That's Zion's first carry of the ball game.
Is it?
Yeah, well, Xavier was on there too. This is Zion's first carry. It's Andrew Palka with another tackle.
Oh, I heard a little thing about Andrew Palka's pregame. Apparently he drinks a Monster, takes pre-workout, and he is a bit crazy.
Well, I mean, it certainly worked out for him. So there's a method to his madness, and if I was him, I'd keep doing it. So.
Well, Engel's going to keep it for himself, and he will be sacked for a loss of yards. Number 4, Harrison Rummel, senior, got the sack.
Another super senior there, Harrison Rummel, twin brother of Cooper Rummel, was able to get there first and tackle down Engel for a loss. It gives Elyria Catholic a 3rd and fairly long, as the band has re-entered the stadium.
Well, Engel's going to keep it for himself. He's going to be looking again, but he's going to be thrown in nowhere.
Well, Engel tried to extend the play there. Offensive line didn't do a good job of blocking. It kind of forced Engel to move quicker than he wanted to. Forced him to get happy feet. And if you're the offensive line, you got to do a better job blocking up front. Give Engel some time to at least survey the field. But either way, it's going to be 4th down here.
It's going to be 4th and 14. They're going to have Cooper Rummel on the back.
Cooper Rummel to receive for Westlake.
A nice punt. EC's going to stop it at the 50-yard line.
Ball secured. Demons ready to take over inside
John
the 50-yard line.
Paul. What's his name?
What number?
Yeah.
Oh, John Paul Spray.
Yeah. How do you say it again?
John Paul Spray.
Senior night,
Paul
senior
Sprague
band
has
members,
certainly done
senior cheerleaders, senior athletes.
a great job punting this one. As
Real seniors over 65 who are still out there in the crowd enjoying this game in the rain.
Let's go, ball.
Make some noise.
Westlake just going to try to run down this clock as much as they can.
Matt Porcelli is back in the game.
Porcelli is back.
He
So
needed
it was probably
73
just-
yards to make the 1,000-yard
Well,
mark,
let's see.
and he has been able to do that this
Yep.
evening. Give it up.
Over 1,000 yards from Matt Porcelli. Just unbelievable, especially in high school when you only have 10 games. That's roughly like 100 yards per game.
Well, he just picked up more.
That's I have a 1,000-yard season. Matt Porcelli with the carry again.
He'll get a pickup of 8 yards, 7, 8 yards.
7, 8 yards. Going to add more to his title there. Is Matt Porcelli. I think this is the way he'd want to go out on a senior night.
Well, he still has one more game, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
At
you
least
did say-
one more.
Yes, at least one more game for sure.
Definitely a good way to go out on a senior night. As, Porcelli has just done a great job in this game.
Porcelli's going to take it again. He's going to do his little spin move. He'll get the first down and pick up a little more. Yeah, Porcelli definitely the star of today's game.
Absolutely. He's, like I said, he's done a yeoman's work, to say the least. He's carried this offense on his back and really done a good job of doing it. Carried the majority of the offense on his back and has risen to the occasion. Obviously, with a rainy type of game and a wet field, you kind of need him more than you would if it was another type of game. But yeah, I mean, he's done a really good job. He's definitely the one that he deserves a game ball after this one.
Westlake's going to do 3 wide, both all on the Demons sideline, but this is going to be a handoff to Porcelli. He's going to try out the middle, and he'll gain a couple of yards, or pick up a couple of yards. It's less than 9 minutes left on the clock. Demons are going to do 3 out wide. Chase Kelly, Cooper Rummel, and Caden Cole. They are going to have Chris Campbell right behind the defensive line. But again, it's going to be a handoff to Porcelli. He's going to get away in the middle. He stays on his feet. Only if you stay on his feet. He's taken down, trips and falls, and he's taken down at the 15-yard line.
Matt Porcelli is a grown man amongst boys right now, and he had a block of Chris Campbell as he's got himself another first down, I believe.
Yes, yeah, first down.
Yeah, another first down. And he's not much more you can say about it. This offensive line has just done a wonderful, wonderful job.
Again, handoff to Porcelli. He's going to run the middle, but he will be swarmed by the Panthers. Doesn't look like he'll pick up any yards.
Well, that's okay, because if you're Westlake, you just got to keep running through this clock. Cloud of water, yeah, that's about right. He'll splash his way for what he could. I believe it's still raining.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't you hear it? Don't you have like superhuman hearing?
Okay.
I mean that's how
No,
normally
I
it
do.
works.
I hear it.
Oh, okay. I'm saying like if you lose one sense, your other ones are like heightened. Well, anyways, on that note, Porcelli has handed the ball and he will be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Matt Porcelli stopped.
Line of scrimmage.
So can you hear the rain right now?
Oh, I can hear
Oh,
it.
okay. Just making sure. Gotta get your ears checked then.
Third down.
It's going to be third down and about what? 9, you'd say?
Yeah, 3rd and 9. Sam's actually going to keep it for himself. He's going to try and run up the middle, and he will gain a couple yards.
Sam Boucher with the carry.
Getting what he could, and that's okay, because, like I said, the best thing in the world to do right now is just keep that clock running. And Bashiri just did just that. So. Are they gonna go for the field goal?
They're actually going to go for it right now. Kind of surprising they're not going to go for the field goal. I mean, they're just quite literally they're just draining time. It is 5:50 left in the game. They're currently okay. I think they called a timeout. Yep, timeout for Westlake.
Westlake.
Well, kind of a sentimental thing here. This will be my last Westlake High School football game in this booth of my career. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that's made this possible. Mr. S for giving me a shot. My play-by-play guys, I believe Megan Wacker was one of them, Broken Heart Up.
Yep.
Johnny Kilroy. I think even Ryan Golubieski chipped in for a half, one game. And all to the listeners, I couldn't have done this without you guys. I mean, the support has been overwhelming. And I just want to say thank you to everyone listening to this game, everyone that made this possible, our camera crew. This is the way I kind of want to go out. I love doing this, and the fact that I was able to do this for 3 years is really been the highlight of my high school experience. So, thank you.
Well, where are you gonna go to college, or what are you thinking in college there, Alan? If college is
Rowan University is a good school. They got a really good broadcasting program. I actually know the guy that runs the department. Central Michigan's also a big contender, as well as Ball State. I'm going to be visiting there in November.
Well, Sam's gonna keep it for himself. He will run in for the touchdown. So 26-7.
26-7. Sam Boucher running that thing right into the end zone, able to celebrate with his teammates as Westlake gets some icing on the cake here, 26-7, with about inside 5 minutes to go. I think even less than that, as Westlake will be well on their way to a 7-3 season, and will host, I believe, as of now, it's Brecksville Broadview Heights, but we will find out for sure on Sunday.
Extra point.
And that extra point is good. So the teammates will take the lead, 27-7, with 5:37 left in the game. So
Elyria Catholic.
Rowan, and then you've looked at Ball State, right?
Ball State, I'm going to be visiting there in November. I visited Central Michigan. Loved it there. Syracuse as well.
Where's been your favorite place?
That's a good question. I have to say it's either between Rowan and Central Michigan and Syracuse.
So
everyone's there.
Okay, you have to pick one. You can't say three.
Yes. I know.
That's how that works.
Okay. Well, if I had to pick one right now, it would probably be Rowan, but it's a very slim margin.
Okay.
Great people there. Great people at all the schools I've visited.
So then, what would you study, Alan?
I'd be studying broadcasting and sports communications. Broadcasting is what I want to do when I got out of college, and hopefully I can make that a full-time job. Any experience? A little bit.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Alan was actually at the Crushers game, 2 weeks ago? Or was it a week ago? I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago.
It was the Lake County Capitals.
Oh, sorry. But, that was like, what, 2... Okay, so 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and so something like that. I don't know. Times.
Okay, there might have been a fumble, and I believe Westlake recovered it. Westlake does indeed recover it.
For Elyria Catholic, when it rains and pours, both literally and figuratively today, but Elyria Catholic there
it was nice kickoff, and it hit Connor Petrus, and either the rain made him slippery and the ball went flying out of his body.
Yeah, that's what the downpour does to you.
And Westlake just recovers it.
Yep.
So yeah, 3 weeks ago was what was it? Columbus. Well, who are the captains? What team
The
are
Lake
they?
County Captains are
Lake County.
the low-A affiliate of the high-A affiliate of the Cleveland Guardians. That was in
Oh.
mid-September, I think it was. So
Well, what do you think today is?
it's October 20th.
Oh, okay. Just make sure you know your days. Hey, I gotta keep you on your toes, Al. You try to. Oh, and a really bad snap, and I believe EC recovers this. I am fairly certain EC does indeed recover this.
Bit of a game of hot potato.
Well, kickoff was intended for EC, and they
Yeah.
just got the ball back.
Yeah.
See, now, what sport would you want to do? Would you do all of them? Would you want to do baseball, football?
Football, basketball, probably some baseball, hockey, whatever I can do. Like talk radio,
What's your favorite to listen to?
football.
Football? Obviously, your favorite college team's Michigan.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know that, no, you do.
Yep. Flag called on the play almost instantly. It's going to be a false start on the offense. Well, are you excited come November 25th? What Michigan versus Ohio State?
That's going to be the game that determines the Big Ten East, in my opinion. It's either that or Michigan-Penn State, and I don't really feel good about either, to be honest with you.
Well,
Ohio State's got
It should be an interesting game tomorrow. Ohio State versus Penn State.
that's
Both
gonna be
undefeated
fun.
teams.
Both undefeated teams, top 10 teams, the biggest test each one team has had to face. Penn State beat up on Massachusetts 63-0 last week, but with all due respect to the Minutemen, Ohio State's going to be a much tougher opponent, and there's going to be probably 105,000 plus in those stands at the Horseshoe. So Drew Aller, who's actually from Medina, not too far from here, will be starting his first game at Ohio Stadium for Penn State this upcoming Saturday.
And Tommy Eichenberg,
Tommy Eichenberg, yep.
son of one of the teachers, Mrs. Eichenberg at Westlake. He's the starter on the defense.
Outside linebacker, yep,
Yep.
that's right.
Is he captain of their team? I can't remember. I don't think he is.
so.
I think he is.
Yeah, he is.
Well, it's going to be a pitch toss to number 20, Zion Castillo. He is just bulldozed right out on the end zone. However, I believe there's a flag thrown on the play before that happened.
Let's see. Well, in case the name Eichenberg does sound familiar, Tommy's brother Liam plays offensive line for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'd say the Dolphins, right?
Hayden Cole, a great hit. Keeping up the intensity there and making the EC player pay for catching that football.
So I believe that I heard this correct from Michigan, that J.J. McCarthy hasn't played in the fourth quarter at all.
That sounds right.
And I think I'd love to see that happen against Ohio State.
You probably will. I don't expect it to be a blowout. Obviously, with the whole thing with the investigation going on at Michigan, we don't know what's going to happen, but that'll probably be done after the season ends. So
the flag was called on EC. They're backed up more. It's going to be second and long. Second and long.
yes.
4:40 left in the game.
Yep. Clock running.
Second and 23. No, they actually stopped the clock because he ran it.
Second and a country
Caden
mile.
Cole bodied the kid out
Yeah,
of
he
bounds.
did.
Engel's looking for a deep pass. Intercepted by Cooper Rummel. He's going to try and run back. He's running on the right-hand side. Panthers try to stop him, and he runs in the end zone around the 15-yard line. Engel looking for just a prayer of a pass.
Yeah.
Instead finds Cooper Rummel, who runs it almost back.
Almost back to the end zone. That was really, Angle had to do it. Kind of hoping for a miracle there. It didn't happen as Cooper Rummel making plays on both sides of the ball, getting inside the 5-yard line.
Seniors we'd like to recognize Alan Wiley, 3 years broadcasting the games and streaming on the Westlake Athletic channel online. And another senior too, Brogan Hardo, up here in the booth. You can watch the game. It's usually streamed live, but this time it's recorded on YouTube.
Yeah.
What a game to rewatch so far.
Yeah, totally.
So, thank you for the...
Well, handed off to Porcelli. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Jelly brought down the 15-yard line.
Such a great day. And in case anybody's wondering, apparently,
Second down, Demons.
when I mentioned the investigation on Michigan earlier, they're being investigated, I guess, for sign stealing. They were stealing the other team's plays, and some of the scouting, I guess they were doing some illegal in-person scouting. The whole thing's confusing, but it probably won't be done until the end of the season or way after the end of the season. So, yeah.
I don't mind we just lose the recognition. Yeah, I don't mind we just lose the recognition.
I don't know. Isn't Michigan ranked second?
Yes.
I feel like they should be first right now, to be honest with you. Well, it's going to be another handoff to Porcelli. He's going to run up the middle. He will gain a couple of yards.
Porcelli advancing the ball again for the Demons inside their 10-yard line.
Just working the clock.
Yeah, there's currently 3:30 left in the game. Well, who does Michigan play this week?
MSU, Michigan State. Whose
Oh,
colors
that's
actually also
right.
green and white. That game's going to be on NBC at 7:30 tonight. Or not tonight. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's
Tomorrow
been-
night.
It's past 7:30.
Should be an interesting game to watch.
Yes.
Well, gonna be another handoff to Porcelli. He's gonna run up the middle. He'll gain a couple 1 or 2 yards.
The carry closer to the end zone for the Demons.
It's funny about Michigan State. Their colors are also green and
Just
white.
inside their 5-yard line.
Although I guess Westlake's colors are more close to the Ohio U green and white than
I think they're all equal.
yeah.
I think they're the same
It's the
colors.
same green and white. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, I think you're just making stuff up, Alan.
The fight song's Ohio U's fight song, however, and Western Kentucky actually.
Well, I don't know enough college football to know Western Kentucky, so. Well, it's gonna be handed off to Braylon Burnett, who's gonna be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Braylon Burnett with the carry.
I believe EC just it was a turnover.
Well, for Elyria Catholic, this is a season that really they didn't want. To be honest with you, had a tough time. They started off 0-3, won their last 2, lost their next 3, beat Fairview last week, and was about to lose to the Demons of Westlake. So they're going to fall to 3-7. Coach Ferris, for their first year there, I think he's building a good program.
Well, I heard they were under investigation
Really?
earlier this year about something with recruiting because
Yeah.
they pull kids.
Yeah. So I mean, that whole thing, it's just
I believe that's what I heard. Can't
yeah.
remember.
Well, either way, it hasn't been a good year for EC at all, and certainly
Well, on that, De Martinez does pick up the first down. There is 2:12. Well, soon to be less than 2 minutes left on the clock.
yeah, when the clock.
The Demons are leading 27-7. Yeah, but Engel's fumbling in the back zone, still fumbling, but he will be eventually taken down by number 77, Andrew Polka.
Yeah, Palka, another
Andrew
tackle
Polko
for the
with
day.
tackle.
He's been a one-man wrecking
A
crew.
number of team
Yeah,
and
but
defensive
going
linemen.
back, EC is kind of on a recession. They kind of lost a couple of their key players from
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, but they'll get back to where they were. They even lost their head coach from last year, so they were just trying to. This season, I guess, has been kind of building a foundation. Next season, I expect a very big step forward for these guys, as I'm sure they do too.
Yeah, Engel will be a senior next year.
Yeah. So, and Hector Garcia is leaving after this year, so I would assume Engel may be the starting quarterback if.
I mean, he's been playing this entire game.
Yes. Will be the starting
Elyria
quarterback next
Catholic.
week or next year, as we have time by Elyria Catholic. Less than 2 to go.
Well, next year we'll be moving into a new conference. I don't think. I can't remember if EC is going to be in our conference next year. I think EC, Holy Name, and Fairview are the 3 teams that aren't coming with us.
That are not coming with us.
Yeah, Fairview's going into the conference with Lutheran West and all those teams.
Uh-huh.
I think EC and Holy Name are actually staying in the GLC, and I think everybody else is just leaving. We're all going to a different conference and forming our own.
Now, do we know what Westlake will be next year in a different conference?
What?
Well, where will Westlake be that different conference?
I
What
don't.
conference?
I don't. Well, they're actually still make. They're still. I think they're coming up with a name right now. I can't remember.
But it's not going to be. It's a brand new conference.
It's a brand new conference.
Okay. So it's going to be the Westlake and the Bay and North Olmsted.
Bay, North Olmsted, River,
Buckeye,
all those, Lakewood, all those teams. Well, it's being handed off to number 11, Xavier Castillo, and he will.
Musla got him.
Malik Muslo will get him and be losses of yards. There is less than a minute left in the game.
Yeah. And a
So-
shout out to all the seniors, the Westlake football seniors, cheerleaders, marching band,
And all the other sports
And all
and
the other sports.
WHBS.
Absolutely. Westlake seniors, especially on the football team, have led the charge here to a 7-3 record and a playoff home game berth which will be a top 8 seed. Remember, top 16 teams make it, and top 8 teams host in the region. Top 16 teams make it in the region. So Westlake has had really a good season, and Jacob Bauer told me before the midway through the season that their goal was to host as we got a fumble.
I believe that Westlake
got it.
might have
Westlake
actually
got it.
recovered that ball. We'll see. Westlake did indeed recover that ball.
Caden Cole is looming late here in this fourth quarter. Had a big hit earlier, had a fumble recovery. If that's when, and Westlake's just going to...
This is the most amount of fumbles that I've seen.
There's going to be one last hurrah by the seniors. And this will not be it for the Westlake seniors, as they will play next week against an opponent yet to be determined.
So it looks like Westlake's doing a little fun.
Yeah.
They're having Mo Saad, Big Mo, out there. I think it's QB or as a running back. Yeah, he's their running back.
Kind of like with the
And
Bears.
he's running. He is taken down, but
Almost
that
like-
will end the game.
That's like what the Bears did with Refrigerator Perry. But that's going to do it. The Westlake Demons have ended up with a 7-3 record for the first time in 7 years. We'll host the playoff game. And one final swan song here from Westlake, Ohio. Your final score, Westlake 27, Elyria Catholic 7. Certainly a good luck to Elyria Catholic as they move on towards next season, but the Westlake Demons will be a top 8 seed in the playoffs. Next week, we'll host the playoff game for the first time in 11 years. One final time here at UH St. John's Stadium. One final goodbye. Westlake 27, Elyria Catholic 7. Thank you, every single one of you, for watching this game. And we all appreciate it, and we will see you soon.